My name is Stephanie Campos. I am an astrologer, psychic medium, and witch. And this is your horoscope for Thursday, March 30th, 2023. Let's get into it. The real action begins around 3:30 in the afternoon when Venus in Taurus forms a conjunction with Uranus in Taurus. So Venus is the planet of love, affection, finances, and Uranus is a planet of disruption, shock, surprises. So when they come together, many different types of things can unfold. This planetary combination is associated with relationship shakeups. Perhaps you find someone out of the blue who makes a good match, or you're in a committed relationship and you decide to part ways, which feels very sudden and shocking to the system. Because Venus also has to do with finances, this could have to do with a sudden windfall or a big bill coming your way. Uranus is the planet of unpredictable energy. So you can't say either or, but there's likely to be some good that comes out of it, but also some disruption. So it can really shake up our emotional foundations and our sense of comfort. Now, the reason why this is such a cosmic BFD is because it's taking place at 16 degrees of Taurus. November 8th, 2022, we had a lunar eclipse in Taurus at 16 degrees. So this will teleport us all the way back in time to that moment. So think of what was going on in your life, people, conversations, themes that were unfolding. That type of energy is being picked up and magnified by this planetary combination today. Later in the month, we will also have Mercury going retrograde in Taurus. And this is notable for a few reasons. Mercury will get very close to forming a conjunction with Uranus and Taurus, reactivating this planetary event of Venus and Uranus coming together. So pay attention to the themes, conversations, people that are unfolding in your life and showing up in your life around this time, because it's going to pick up again once Mercury traces over Venus's steps. So the days to pay attention to will be April 21st, the day that Mercury stations retrograde in the sign of Taurus. That's taking place at 15 degrees. So right next door to that 16-degree mark that's been really active recently in the past couple of months. Then you'll also want to pay attention to June 1st, because that's when Mercury finishes its retrograde and hits that 16-degree mark. Now, a couple days later on June 4th, that is the day when Mercury finally meets with Uranus, which has traveled a little bit forward during Mercury's retrograde journey. So once those two planets meet up, that will really give us information, news related to whatever took place on the day that Venus met with Uranus. So this is just one way that astrology can be super helpful to kind of predict and anticipate different types of energies and the flow of your life. I talk about this a lot in my upcoming book, Seasons of the Zodiac, Love, Magic, and Manifestation throughout the astrological year. You can buy it literally anywhere. Please do. And it's one of the big reasons I'm so obsessed with astrology, to track the different cycles and ebbs and flows of my life. Okay, literally like a couple minutes later, the moon is going to enter Leo, and we're going to be feeling a little bolder, more confident, more playful, creative, expressive. Take a selfie, engage in PDA, tell someone you love them, lead with your heart. That is what Leo wants. Okay, but what makes this energy like a little bit more difficult is that immediately the moon in Leo is going to be forming an opposition with Pluto in Aquarius. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know what the fuck that means. This has never happened in any of our lifetimes. We've never had a moon in Leo oppose Pluto in Aquarius. So I'm going to be finding out what this energy feels like along with all of you. But in general, when the moon is opposite Pluto, it can bring up power struggles, paranoia, and also it's kind of like taking a magnifying glass and putting it right over our fears and our insecurities and things that we repress. So it can be a triggering time, but it can also be a really empowering and healing time, an eye-opening period where we're able to alchemize some of our pain. So overall, if I had to rate it, I would say that today's astrology is a really big deal. And let's get into your horoscope, because what does this all mean to you? I know that's why you're here. Okay, Aries, this Venus-Uranus conjunction is taking place in your second house of finances and comfort. So I would say that this has more of a financial windfall, a big bill, making a big purchase all of a sudden, spoiling yourself. That's the kind of vibe. The moon is going to be in Leo, and that will be moving through your fifth house of creativity, pleasure, and play. So there will be that desire to have some fun, but some power struggles could come up between you and your friend group on this day. Taurus, tomorrow is a big day for you because this Venus-Uranus conjunction takes place in your first house of self, identity, and ambition. So this is a really powerful time, an activating time. You may have some surprises you want to share with others. You may be presenting yourself in a new way, makeover anyone, or exciting, unexpected news could come your way. Now, at the time of this conjunction, the moon will be in Leo in your fourth house, which will have you focusing on your rest, your privacy, your family, and your foundation. So something related to this news may make you feel like, oh my gosh, I need to step away and have some time to myself to process. Gemini, pay attention to your dreams, okay? Because this conjunction is taking place in your 12th house, and that is the house of the unconscious. So some type of symbol, message, or sign could be coming through in your dreams, or your intuition may be just overly active today. So really tune in to the energies and the messages that you're receiving throughout your day. The moon will be in Leo in your third house, which will have you focused on communication, self-expression, or your siblings and extended family. Or you may also be learning a hobby or studying a new skill. So this is a very lively and exciting place to have the moon, and you may just feel more social than normal. Answer, this is giving me really, really good vibes. So the Venus-Uranus conjunction is taking place in your 11th house. The 11th house is the house of good spirits. This is a place that is associated with our hopes and our dreams for the future, as well as networking, friendships, and groups that we're a part of. So usually 11th house transits lead to good news coming our way in some shape or form. At the same time, the moon is going to be moving through your second house of resources and income. So this may have to do with your career. Leo, you are the main character of the day. I know you've been wanting to hear that. So this conjunction is taking place in your 10th house. That is the tippy top of your chart and is the most public part of your chart. So a major life milestone may be unfolding around this time, something career-wise, or shock and sudden attention to your reputation could also, you could be getting just some more eyes on you around this time. The moon will also be in your first house of self and identity. So whatever shakeups and news come your way, you're bound to feel it very intimately. I'm being honest, I'm a Leo rising, so I'm just hoping for the best. Virgo, exciting discussions or information may come your way under this conjunction because it's taking place in your 9th house of education, learning, travel, and publicity. So conversations that take place may be a little shocking. You may learn something that is either inspiring, invigorating, and energizing, or makes you go, I don't know about that person anymore. At the same time, the moon will be moving through your 12th house. This is the house of the unconscious. It is a private place for rest and closure and spirituality. So this could be a really amplify your intuitive hits throughout the day, or whatever information you learn under this conjunction may cause you to just kind of need some time alone to process. Libra, have you done your taxes? I know my mom probably hasn't. Sorry to throw you under the bus. This conjunction is taking place in your 8th house of shared resources, taxes, fears, anxieties, but also transformation and support from others. So financial support or emotional support could show up from a shocking person, but it could end up being really supportive and helpful. At the same time, the moon is moving through your 11th house of friendships and community. So you may just be focused on cultivating and nourishing those close connections in your life. Scorpio, the Venus-Uranus conjunction is taking place in your 7th house of committed partnerships. This is bringing shakeups to the foundations of some of your closest ties. You may decide to move forward with someone on a whim or call it quits out of the blue. Shocking and surprising collaborations could also come up. At the time of this conjunction, the moon will be moving through your 10th house of career and public reputation. So if you are hoping to collaborate with someone, this could be a great time to hear from someone or reach out and shoot your shot. Sagittarius, this conjunction is taking place in your 6th house of routine and habits, so don't you dare try to plan anything today because nothing is going to go according to plan. This is also a really great day to break free from old habits that no longer serve you. At the same time, the moon will be moving through your ninth house of expansion, so you could be feeling a little bit more optimistic and ready to take some risks today. Capricorn, the Venus-Uranus conjunction is taking place in your fifth house of pleasure, play, sex, and romance. So yeah, you might find yourself in a little situationship or a surprise date. So if you have writer's block or if you've been suffering from creative fatigue, this could be a really big breakthrough. At the time of this conjunction, the moon will be moving through your eighth house, which is a private place in your chart. So you may be just turning a little bit more internal and reflecting on the relationships you have and some of your deepest bonds with others. Aquarius, the Venus-Uranus conjunction is taking place in your fourth house of home, family, past, and foundations. So you may have some shakeups with your living environment. Maybe your landlord is annoying as fuck, or some of your roommates piss you off. I don't know. You may also learn surprising news from a family member. Pisces, the Venus-Uranus conjunction is taking place in your third house of communication, information, and expression. So you may learn a new piece of information that shocks you today, or pick up a new skill out of the blue. You may also be socializing with friends from the past or people that you normally don't hang out with. The moon is moving through your sixth house of productivity, and this can feel like you have so much to do on your to-do list and you're stretched a little bit too thin. So don't overbook yourself. Don't be afraid to say no and take breaks as needed. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope your daily horoscope offers some guidance and support throughout your day. As always, if you have interest in learning more, you can pick up my first book, Seasons of the Zodiac, Love, Magic, and Manifestation throughout the astrological year, anywhere books are sold. Thanks so much and see you tomorrow.